Hey, what's going on, guys? Zach SD here, coming at you guys with a quick new segment and video called Kicks and Memories. And so this segment is basically going to contain me pulling out a pair of shoes and sharing a nice memory with you guys, and a memory that I hold deeply with a pair of shoes. And it's not necessarily like, oh, I went and I stood in line for 20 minutes in this shoe and it was really awesome. No, it's you know, sometimes it's gonna be a lot more deeper than that. It's not gonna be so simple. And it like today's shoe, actually, the Nike Air More Uptempo, has a lot of meaning to it. You know what I mean? It's a shoe that I own and has a lot of memory to it, and it's great to actually have a physical object other than a picture that holds this much memory. And it's great that I can enjoy these. And every time I look down at my feet, I'll see these and I'll think of that memory. So yeah, to start the story off, my dad owned a pair of these, and at first I thought these were the ugliest shoe on the planet. I was like, those are hideous. Why would anybody want a giant air sign on both sides of the shoe? Like, what are you thinking? Wearing these in public, like, Jesus. But that was a younger me, and I was very naive, obviously, because I own it now. But but yeah, I mean, I saw my dad wear these, and he wore these all the time, and I just remember seeing him day after day, like, just wearing these, and he wore them all the time, and he loved these shoes. He loved this shoe, and it was crazy because now every time I see this shoe, I think of my dad, and I think about how much he loved it and how much he enjoyed this same exact shoe. And earlier this year, before I actually purchased these, I went to go see my dad, and I see him all the time, but I mean, like, I went to go visit him one time, and he was wearing a pair of Jordans, and I was wearing a pair of LeBrons. And he asked me, he's like, because he didn't know what shoes I was wearing, he's like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, oh, I'm wearing a pair of LeBrons. And he's like, what? LeBrons? Oh, why don't you wear a pair of Jordans or a pair of Scottie Pippens? And these are what those are. Scottie Pippen wore these shoes. This is Scottie Pippen signature shoe. Like, I mean, obviously they're not Pippens, but this is what he wore. Like, this is it. This is the shoe. And it blew my mind, because I'm like, that, you know, this shoe came out in 2005, and he wore it during that time, and for him to talk about it 10 years later, and I'm like, you still remember that? Like, I remember that? It's crazy. And he, you know, he was showcasing off his Jordans and stuff like that, and, you know, talking the talk. But the fact that he mentioned the Scottie Pippen Air shoe, like the Air More Uptempos, it was incredible to me, because this is how I remember my dad. You know what I mean? Like, this is the shoe that I connect the two together. Just in sneakers, of course. But it's just crazy to me that he brought it up. So then I went on eBay, and I searched it online, and dead stock pairs were going up for like $400, and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty pricey. But I actually waited. Shout out to another YouTuber called Mr. Fomer Simpson. He always says patience saves pockets, and it's the truth. And I waited about 2 more weeks after that. I started looking, and I found this very near dead stock pair for $135 shipped. And I hopped on it like a fat kid on cake. I was like, ah, going rabid. But yeah, so I picked these up for $135 shipped, and I mean, damn, man. As much as I talked crap about these when I was younger, these are actually pretty sick. A lot of you guys won't agree, but these are sick. Just because of the memory that it holds, man. These are incredible. And now these are the leather joints, as you can tell. Like, I mean, see, it's all leather and everything like that. These are leather. However, the originals, and I think the latest released in a suede. So originally these are supposed to be suede, but I picked up the leather ones, which I'm actually pretty happy about, because suede's kind of a pain in the arse to take care of. So leather's not that bad. Now when I did pick these up, because these are 10 years old, they had a little bit of sole separation. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but still there. I gotta glue that right now. But yeah, so I had a little bit of sole separation, but for the most part, I mean, see if you can see that, it still has the Nike Air on the side. And yes, I taped the inside because I don't want that to scratch off. I don't know why. That's just what I do. Let me know if you guys do that too, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that. But yeah, so you can tell it has age to it. I mean, like the swoosh sign on the back is yellowing. Bottoms, however, really clean. Airbag, frosty up there. But yeah, man. So this is the new segment called Kicks and Memories, and I'm happy to share this little memory with you guys, and on the Air Up Tempos, and how much the shoe means to me, just because it, you know, like my dad had this, and to see him wear that this same exact shoe, and to, like, you know, do everything in the shoe. It's incredible to have in my collection, and it's a big memory piece in my collection, and I feel like that's what collecting's all about, is, you know, collecting memories and just awesome things, and that I can connect the two to, and it's pretty fantastic. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter at _ZachSD, and subscribe. Please subscribe so you can keep up on the next Kicks and Memories. I will be doing another video probably next week, and I'll upload that as soon as I can. Yeah, if you liked the video, comment on what you didn't like, or what you did like, or anything I can improve. If you see me touching my face a lot like that, it's because it's really, really hot in Spring Valley right now. And if you hear the fan, I apologize, but I'll put some music to cover over it. But yeah, man, so I'm out. Air Up Tempo!